Great week of week 1 picks. I still like the Jets over the 49ers on to week 2. Josh Allen is going to fall to 10-3 against the Miami Dolphins. This is a game that the Dolphins have to win because they lost twice against the Bills last year. This is a must-win game for the Miami Dolphins. This is how I look at Thursday Night Football. Josh Allen, the fall to 10-3. What I'm looking at is Tua's name. When you copy and paste it in the Gematrinator, the Dolphins' revenge against the Bills. Tagovailoa is Gematria 103. Therefore, Josh Allen, the fall to 10-3 against the Dolphins. Tua, number 13 for the win in the 13th game for Josh Allen against the Dolphins. The Dolphins get the win over the Bills. The 49ers are familiar with Sam Darnold. The 49ers get their first win of the season. If they lose against the New York Jets, I like the 49ers to be 1-1, beating the Minnesota Vikings. Kyle Shanahan is born at Minneapolis, so this is a welcome back home trip, and they don't get Kirk Cousins this year. The Commanders, I am looking at Jaden Daniels. Daniels is Gematria 64, his first NFL win against the New York Giants. Therefore, Jaden Daniels and the Giants get the victory over the Commanders. The Patriots get the Seahawks. This is going to be a very interesting game. Can the Patriots go 2-0 without Bill Belichick? The Panthers are terrible. The Chargers can win that game. Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers will be undefeated, and I could see a scenario where he could lose his first game in the third game of the season, and the Chargers could be 2-1, but they're not losing against the Panthers. It's just not happening. Browns and the Jaguars, first win at home for the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be something. You don't need any numbers for that game. I do like the Jets over the Titans. Titans is Gematria 20. They could be 2-0 for the season. The Raiders are a poverty-ass franchise. Lamar Jackson gets the win. Kamala Harris is from Oakland. The Raiders are from Oakland. There's a lot of symbology there with the Raiders. So, therefore, I like Lamar Jackson and the Ravens on 10 days of rest to get the victory. Bears and the Texans. The Texans are at home, and the Texans should improve to 2-0. The Colts did lose by a narrow margin. However, the Colts are going to beat the Packers. Just Willis is not good. You don't need any numbers to predict the Colts to win. Richardson back from injury. Richardson's Gematria 55, his first win back at action at Lambeau. Lambeau is Gematria Richardson. This should be an Indianapolis Colts victory. The Colts won Super Bowl 41, and they get their first win of the season at Green Bay. They won Super Bowl 41. That was their last Super Bowl championship. So the Colts get their first win of the year. The Bengals and the Chiefs, I have to go with the Chiefs. Joe Burrow could win his first game of the year against the Ravens to improve to 1-2 for the season. So I do like the defending champions from Nevada to start 2-0. Patrick Mahomes beats Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. The Chiefs start out 2-0. The Bengals have to have a big comeback. Is Russell Wilson going to come back from injury? The Steelers are probably going to start 2-0. I'm not sure who's the quarterback, and the winner of this game may depend on who starts that game. Is Russell Wilson going to come back, or has he been reduced to the bench So yeah, I think you got to go with Pittsburgh in that one over the Broncos. The Cardinals and the Rams. The Cardinals will beat the Rams. The Cardinals' first game against the conference. That game is going to revolve around the record of Kyler Murray. So, Kyler, 37 losses. He's at 28 wins. So, with that being said, will probably remain at 37 against Los Angeles. Los Angeles is Gematria 37. Now that game is all going to be dependent on his record against the LA Rams. Cardinals have had a long losing streak against the Rams at home. One and 8. This could improve to 2-8, kind of like the 28 points scored against Buffalo from the prior week. Yeah, it's just, sometimes you just have to look at the coach's record. Oh, Matthew Stafford just got intercepted in the red zone, in the end zone. The Rams are gifting the game to the Lions. The fourth down and the interception in the red zone. Sean McVay's 47th loss. Actually, this is 45. This is 4. This is gonna be 46. So 46-4. That's 50. His 51st loss of his career is against the Cardinals. This is it includes the regular season. It includes the postseason. The Lions, I think, will start 2-0. There's something about that Ford Field that is going to be magical for the Lions this year. Ford in reverse is Gematria 20. I know the Buccaneers are good. This could be a revenge game, but I think Lions... bottom line, I think the Lions start 2-0. There could be a narrative for 2-1 because Caesars Superdome is Gematria 21. It just depends. Which game do they lose? Against the Bucs or the Cardinals? And you could make a case for any team to prevent a Lions 3-0 start. Let's just go to Baker Mayfield quickly. Those two teams are from the... They used to be in the NFC Central or something like that. The Bucs have a good team. They're 1-0, but I think this is the year the Lions are going to dominate the NFC. So really, Baker Mayfield can fall to 6-4 against the NFC North because it is LA Rams, Jared Goff's former team, and Coach Campbell of the Lions. Campbell's Gematria 64. So I think the Lions are safe for now. The NFC North, the AFC North just gets interesting. This may be a humiliation ritual for Sean Payton if Russell Wilson were to play and beat the Broncos. So that game right there is going to say a lot about the coach and the dysfunction of the Denver Donkeys. Derek Dallas Carr, Dallas, Texas. Is this going to be a big game for the Saints quarterback? Or will the Cowboys start thinking they're going to win the Super Bowl before reality kicks in against the Baltimore Ravens? The Cowboys Gematria 45, so it's 4-6. A big Jesuit number. There are 46 books in the Old Testament. They are the New Orleans Saints. I think the answer to this game is it's gonna come down to Dak Prescott's record against the AFC. Now, Derek Carr is Gematria 47. For some reason, I think his name is 42 in Gematria, but let's just take a look and see his record against the AFC. I think Coach Allen of the Saints, his Gematria 17, his 17th win against the... Oh, you gotta look at the NFC. You know what, let's take a look at NFC South. Four games, 3 wins. Derek's Gematria 43. Dak Prescott on that contract. I gotta go Cowboys with that one. Oh, we're winning the Super Bowl. We're winning the Super Bowl. So Cowboys gonna win that one, even though they don't have any chance of winning the Super Bowl. They're gonna crash and burn and miss the playoffs. Against the Ravens, then the Cowboy collapse is gonna truly begin. The Patriots 2-0 against the 2-0 Jets. Picture that. It's at New England. The Seahawks are not good on the road. I'm going Patriots in that game. So we've gone through every game. Jim Harbaugh, these guys get a quick start. The Dolphins get revenge for last year. 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, they know the strengths and weaknesses of Sam Darnold. Jaden Daniels' first win. Trevor Lawrence gets on the scoreboard after the extension. Anthony Richardson with the win at Lambeau. Cardinals with the win over the Rams. So Atlanta and Philadelphia. For that game, I want to look at Nick Sirianni and his record. Kirk is 22, and you know this is the thing about Kirk Cousins. Kirk is Gematria 49-22. Is his first win with the Falcons against the Eagles. So in order to find out, you should go to Cousins' win and loss record. So he's obviously played a lot of games against the NFC during his time with the Redskins and the Washington team and the Vikings. Minnesota Vikings is Gematria 75. He could be 7-5 against the NFC East. So now on to Jalen Hurts. Kirk Cousins or Jalen Hurts? Four wins in 9 games like Eagles is 49. He's got 28 wins against the NFC. Cousins is Gematria 28. NFC South, he's 5-1. The Eagles won Super Bowl 52. So what if that falls to 5-2? So I think I'll go Falcons in that game. That one could go either way. But a great week headlined by the wins for the Lions, the Jets, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Texans. The Buccaneers won. They did. Yeah, I got the Texans. I did call the Dolphins today. I did change from the Broncos to the Seahawks. The Seahawks won. My only blemish, I did call the Vikings today. There was a liar who said that my picks were trash today, but my only bad pick was the Browns. That was it. The only reason why I changed from the Cowboys to the Browns was because of Deshaun Watson's father's death. But most of the time, the team who had the death wins after the death. But that wasn't an instance this time around.